Welcome back to another episode of the House Husband Diaries. And if I seem a little taken aback or down in the dumps, I just recorded this video and it was more than 30 minutes. And something happened with my computer and it deleted it. Yeah, 100%. I had a great video. I shared all kinds of things, and now I'm trying to figure out what I shared. And yeah, you know how that, I'm so frustrated. There was some good personal stuff. I don't remember what I shared. Oh, man. So let's just try to recapture the glory and get back at it. Secrets are no fun. Secrets hurt someone. So, secrets. Let's do this again. Because who doesn't want to spend an hour doing this when it's already been done? And then the wonderful technology just failed. Doesn't happen often, so you don't want to hear me complain. It's not why you tuned in, is it? Not at all. Okay. Secret. Multiple forms. Secret in the poem is a noun. If you secret something, it's a verb. Don't think that the secret uses as a verb matter as much. Not sure, but don't think so. Page 6, bottom page 6, top page 7. He said that his habit of never dating his letters or paintings was not a careless oversight, but rather a deep personal superstition that ignoring time itself might be a secret technique to delay aging. Secret technique. How many times have you used the phrase, secret technique? Never. Maybe when you were like 7 and you were trying to convince some like 9-year-old kid that like you had, the secret technique of life and the 9-year-old didn't know. Like you were just totally BSing. You don't, like as an adult, you don't say, I've got a secret technique. You don't know this. Okay, maybe if you're like doing an infomercial or something, you got a secret technique. Like unless you're just like an Uber salesman, right? You don't say, I have a secret technique. You don't have a secret. I don't believe you. You don't have a secret technique. There's no secret technique. But he had a secret technique. Where else have we heard secret technique? In The Thrill of the Chase. Oh, we're going to get there, but you're right. You're right, because you sleuths, you where in the world are Carmen Sandiegos, know that he had a secret technique. At the end, when he's burying the bronze jars, he had a secret technique of casting the screw-on lids, or the bronze jars with screw-on lids. Was it really a secret technique? I haven't researched that at all, but it seems fishy to me. Fishy. Smells like fish. Secret technique to delaying aging. If you had, okay, so one of the things I said in the previous video, which you're never going to see because it deleted itself, is the idea of delaying aging, of the chase. I believe Forrest wants the treasure found while he's alive because I believe he wants to meet the person who is so in tune with him. I think he would love to sit down and have a conversation with the person and go, how did you figure this out? Like, isn't that neat? I think he would enjoy that. He's enjoyed talking to all of the people that have no clue where the treasure chest is hidden. He's enjoyed talking to the people that have been within 200 feet of the treasure chest and have no idea that they've been within 200 feet of it. He enjoys that whole thrill of other people's chases. But I think he would really enjoy sitting down with the person who finds the chest. Because I know I would. Part of him wants the chest found, but then part of him doesn't want the chest found. If you delay the aging process, right? It's a secret technique because you want to keep it going. I don't know. I think there's something there. Just don't know what it is. I think there's a lot of things there that I don't know what it is. And I think a lot of these pages come up multiple times. But let's move along. I don't want this to be a 30-minute video like the last one. We're gonna make it quicker. It may not be as good because some of the personal things that I don't remember what I shared may not get shared. I will say this. I think one of the things that I shared in that video was about future videos in, say, April, May about actual solves, because I had just watched, I've seen a little while ago the video of the guy, Phil or Paul or, George or whatever, Harry, sorry about that, who went on K-Pro and Cal, and he gave the solve of Fort Union. Really interesting. I think it's completely wrong. Not because Fort Union's the wrong place. I think there's some issues. I looked at Fort Union and I thought it might be because there are some fields, there's some barbed wire, there's some things that intrigue me about that place. But it's historical, Santa Fe Trail, a lot of things that intrigue me about that place. It's not necessarily the mountains. I mean, it might be in the Rocky Mountains, whatever. But, all of our solves are crap. All of our solves right now, nobody's found it. So I really admire him for going on and sharing a solve. You're going to take a lot of crap for it. But I think it might be interesting to do a series of videos on saying, okay, like let's start putting together some solves. The reason why I'm all out on putting all this on YouTube and giving away all this stuff is because every single one of you, I'm looking at you, every single one of you who thinks you've got it nailed and who's thought the last 100 times you've been boots on the ground that you've got it nailed, you haven't gotten it nailed. I don't believe a one of you. And I don't mean that in like a disrespectful way. I mean that in like everything that we think, myself included, everything that I think is wrong. I'm trying to help. I'm putting ideas out there. Nobody's found it, right? You may be within 200 feet of it. You may be close, but you ain't found it. So don't come at me like, oh, you're being rude or whatever. No, so me putting it out there, I'm playing percentages. I'm wrong. I have good ideas. I may think about the chase in a different way than you do, and that's all I'm trying to share. So from that standpoint, I'm not saying, oh, this is right and I need to keep it. I'll guarantee you, if I think I'm right, I ain't telling you. I'm going to hold that back. But there is nothing at this point. There are no confirmers to the point where I think, oh my gosh, like I'm within a couple hundred feet. I don't have a clue where warm water salts. I have some imaginative ideas. And I don't mind sharing them because I don't think they're right. And I'm not going to be so biased as to say, this has to be it, and then try to formulate a solve. I'm going to put all these ideas out there, and if I put out all the right ideas in a number of different videos, and you go, man, why didn't you put them together? And somebody else watches all the videos and just totally follows what I say and puts the pieces together, good on you. That's why I put it out here. I wouldn't, it doesn't bother me a bit that I would have said all 9 clues across all these videos correctly. I live 2,000 miles from the search areas, and I'm not going to spend any money going out there because I'm not going to spend that money. It's just not me. Like, maybe that's the accounting side of me. I've got plenty of stuff to do in North Carolina and the East Coast. Like, I got lots of fish to catch in the Atlantic Ocean, the Gulf of Mexico, rivers, sounds. I got lots to do out here. That was not in the previous video, I can tell you that right now. So anyway, maybe this is going to be 30 minutes. What do you think? Page 12. Man. Top of the page. The news said he was very secretive, J.D. Salinger, that is, about what he did, and even Diane Sawyer mentioned that he'd written a lot of books and had hidden some in a vault so no one could read them. I don't think there's a vault involved. I don't think there's anything here. I think he likes to be secretive. I think he likes to be compared to some of the greats. I think he wants to be compared to some of the greats. I don't think that's bad or selfish or anything. I just think it's normal. I think Forrest is successful. If you watch a previous video of why I think it's into Mexico, it's why I think it's into Mexico. Because that's his legacy. His legacy is not his childhood. His childhood is over and done with. Who he is as a man is New Mexico. So if he's going to hide a chest full of gold and treasures, it makes sense logically that it would be hidden in New Mexico. Ta-da. Page 24. You've heard me talk about this. This page, I said in the previous video that that got deleted. I keep mentioning the previous video, but I probably shouldn't. So because y'all are going to go back to the previous video that uploads, but I mean the one that didn't make it. I'm trying to remember as I'm going through all this. I think it would be interesting to go through all my theme videos and see what pages come up over and over and over and over and over and over. Because I know they keep coming up, but I haven't really correlated or whatever. I haven't done that research to say, okay, like what pages keep coming up, because they do. They keep coming up over and over, and it's the same paragraphs or contiguous paragraphs. I don't know that that'll help us find the treasure chest, but I do think it's fascinating, because if you write a 150-page book and 10 pages keep coming up over and over and over with different themes that are completely unbiased, they're just, oh, I remember this word keeps coming up, and then you go back and you go, wow, those words came up on the same page over and over and over. Maybe those few pages are, I don't know, maybe there's something there. Now, I secretly love that old lady Ford. Oh, you secretly loved that old lady Ford. You secretly loved her? Did you? Did you really secretly love her? Did you have a crush on her because she taught you Spanish? Because she spoke Spanish to you? Did you amor her? I don't know. I don't think you did. I don't think you really amored her that much. Is there something there? Is it a ford? Do you have to ford a river? Do you have to ford a creek? Do you have to walk through a creek? Do you have to buy an old Ford truck and drive out on a dirt road 50 miles? I don't know. But he secretly loved that old lady Ford. I think there's something there. Those old ladies. Keeps coming up. Let's move along. Move along. Page 49. That Totem Cafe caper. Ooh, we've talked about this before. Old ladies in pies, grandma, love. Oh, man. Right here, up a little bit. Well, Frosty started wheezing and making funny sounds, kind of like a garbage truck does when it backs up, and he stood there for a while like he was trying to figure out the secret of thought. What is the secret of thought? I don't know. I don't think there's anything there, but maybe Forrest has figured out, or Frosty has figured out the secret of thought. Is there a secret in thinking? Have I done the video of thinking yet? That made me think maybe there's a secret in thinking, or secret of thought. So when he says I'm thinking, or I thought, or whatever, maybe I should do a theme on thinking. Thoughts. Maybe there's a secret in there. Maybe if you look, it might provide us a clue. No say. All right, page 80, down at the bottom, up into page 81. We've talked about this before too. The deal was struck. I trusted it, and it could trust me. It was our secret alone. Alone, alone, secret, secret. This theme is secret, alone. You know what I mean? All these pages, they're all the same. All of these themes, keywords. One of the things I was going to say, or I did say in the last video, was I think we should have a theme challenge. I know I've talked about it in a couple other videos. I would love to get some of the FinTubers together and put together like maybe a live stream, a live show. I know Christy and Mike are talking about doing like a debate for different things, but maybe I could float this in tandem with them, not to compete with them at all, but basically like I've done all these themes and then have people debate or kind of choose a theme of like what is the most important theme to them and why, and then we could debate and then maybe we could see over the course of March Madness, March into April, like what's the most important theme that the community thinks, or the top 5 themes, because I think themes, there's some themes that are going to lead us to the treasure chest. I really do. I think that's how you get subtle hints across. All right, page 125, Flywater. We talked about this before, right? Those great places, which were personal secrets to me then, are now busy with a flourish of fishermen and women who cast a midge or floating cadis upon those same waters, never knowing I had been there, or even caring yes or no. I always thought that space was mine alone, and many of the memories there, bred, are even now still so personal that they exclude the intrusion of strangers. I don't think this place where the treasure chest is hidden is far out. I don't think it's so isolated that nobody's around. I think Forrest's imagination is so wonderful that he can exclude the intrusion of strangers. And I don't think that it's the fishing holes on the Madison in Yellowstone or West Yellowstone, because that's too blatant and it's too far from Santa Fe. Period. I think he's got a spot that is much more public. It is much more well, I'll just say I think the spot is much how do I want to say that? I don't think, I think the reason why we're 10 years in and nobody's found it is because we're thinking about this secluded space that's so far from civilization, so far from everything. You find where warm water's halt, and it's 50 miles, or it's 10 miles, or it's whatever miles, and I don't think it's true. I think I'm the only person that thinks this. I've had some email conversations with a number of people I highly respect. Some people I'm not so sure about, but it doesn't really matter. Everybody has their own crazy, and everybody has their own solve, and everybody thinks everybody else's solve is crazy because it's not their solve. But I'm positing a theory or hypothesizing that I think from where you park to the treasure chest is less than 1,000 feet. It may even be 500 feet. I think where warm water's halt is within 1,000 feet of the treasure chest. I've heard most everyone thinks that you find where warm water's halt and then you take it in a canyon down and you have to get back in your car and drive some distance, 10 to 50 miles or more. And I'm against the grain. I think that leaves way too many options open to be slightly off in your direction, to be slightly off, and you're trying to find something that's 10 inches this big by this big, and if you're talking 10 miles and you're off a degree for 10 miles, you're off hundreds of feet. Somebody can do the math on that, but I'm pretty sure you'd be off. Hundreds and hundreds. Who knows, a degree? I don't know. You'd be 10 miles. You're forever 50 miles. You're not even close. You're not even close to a foot by a foot. I think those contiguous clues are much. I think he used his imagination much more than we think he did, and he's much less literal than we're taking him in the poem. But we'll get back to the poem here soon, because I've done a lot of themes. I might have a few more themes, but I really want to kind of close this out and get back to the poem and start doing some solves and just kind of see what people think, and then we'll just back through some solves. All right, those great places. 129. We're gonna run through this. We're gonna try to make this here in the next 5 minutes. We got a handful of places. Then one night, after the probability of my fate had finally hit bottom, taking the canyon down into the bottom, I decided to fill a treasure chest with gold and jewels and secret it. That's verb. He secreted it. I don't think it has anything to do with it. Secret. And then we've got, let's see, 131. Indecision is the key to flexibility, and that's why I waited so long to secret my cash. Secret, it's a verb. I don't think so. 132, I can keep my secret where? Where is he keeping his secret? 133, two people can keep a secret if one of them is dead. I don't think there's anything there, unless, some dead person knows. When he said no, not in a graveyard. And then we get to 137. He talks about his secret plan. That's just talking about the jars. 139. Tommy Hicks, Shadoni Foundry. It's his secret plan, or the secret technique for casting the bronze jar lids. We talked about that. Secret technique, something's there. I don't really know what it is. We'll get back to that. And then the last mention I thought was really interesting. Ode to Peggy Jean. And then I'll end it really quickly so I can take my dog out because I think he needs to go to the bathroom. You didn't need to know that. Ode to Peggy Jean. Today I looked up in the sky and saw a sparrow on the fly. What ancient secrets does he know? I haven't done any research. But what secrets do sparrows know? Is there a Native American sparrow? I don't know. You tell me. Thanks so much for watching. If you do, like, subscribe. I got to take my dog out. And, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.